Hey fellas, how are we doing? Welcome back to the stream. It is your boy Vinny XBL, and today we're gonna have to be pretty quick about this because we've got time. The game starts in about an hour and a bit, under an hour and a half I believe now. But we're gonna do our footy tips. It's gonna be a new series on the channel. We're gonna do rounds 1 to 23. Just like every week, weekly. No, I'll do them much earlier than this. Just I've completely forgot to bloody do them for the first week, so that's just a great start, isn't it? But anyways, we'll jump straight into this. First up, the match that starts in less than 2 hours. Melbourne Bulldogs. I reckon this will be a cracking match tonight. I don't feel like that's a good resemblance of what it's going to be like tonight. 81% to 19. I don't know what the percentage is. I think it's who's tipped who. But I've actually gone for the Doggies. Yeah, there you go, an hour and 7 minutes till the bounce. But I've actually gone the Dogs to win this one. You can't really call me biased. I'm a Carlton supporter, so I've actually done the Dogs to win this one by 2 goals, and I reckon it will be a great match. And I think I might be one of the only people that actually tipped the Dogs and backed the Dogs in. But you know, I feel like Dogs will get off to the better start than Melbourne. Grand final rematch. You know, first game of the season, and I feel like the Dogs will come out on top. Next up, Carlton Richmond. Now, you can call me biased for this one. Watching our preseason, Richmond had a great preseason too. It's very evenly matched. So, for this one, I'm going to back in the Blues. I don't normally tip against Carlton, right? But for terms of like videos like these, where weekly, where if you like, for example, next week, I'll be tipping the Bulldogs, even if we win by like bloody 50 points and Bulldogs lose. I will be tipping the Dogs next week against the Blues. So I'm not fully biased. I just feel like we haven't bet Richmond in a decade. Legit exactly a decade. We haven't bet Richmond in round 1. So I'm really thinking we can turn that around. I really am. I feel like this is the year to turn that around and not start 0-2 in a season. That would be terrific. So I'm going to back in Carlton here. Next up, St Kilda Collingwood. Now, I feel like that's somewhat a fair resemblance, and like, I'm not even being biased, but I feel like, you know, 81% to 19 is probably pretty fair because St Kilda, they're kind of around a Carlton scenario, like they're almost like expected expected to move up the ladder this year. And I'm gonna back in the Saints against Collingwood as well. Next up, we have Geelong versus Essendon. This is probably one of the closest games I reckon of the weekend. I've personally, I know you can call me bloody upset Vinny XBL, right? Because bloody I go for upsets, but I feel like if Essendon get this done, it won't even be an upset. I've backed Essendon basically from last week. I've been like, I really do feel like Essendon can get the job. I feel like Geelong are just getting, I feel like Geelong might miss finals this year, and I feel like Essendon will definitely move up again in the ladder. So I'm going to tip the Bombers here, and that's coming from a Carlton fan, so obviously there's absolutely no bias in doing these tips. Next up, scroll down a bit so we've got a lot here. Sydney GWS, this will be an interesting game. ANZ Stadium. You know, Giants always match up really, really well against the Swannies. I think the reasoning for the Swannies so high in percentage is because Buddy is 5 away, I believe, from his 1,000th goal, and I reckon the ball will be getting passed to him a lot, and I reckon he'll bag some. Will he get his 1,000th goal? I'm not too sure, but you know, I've tipped him to get it in round 2, like most people have. So I feel like round 2 he'll get it in, but you know what? I'm not gonna go past Sydney for this game, that's for sure. I'm gonna tip this one is. Brisbane Port Adelaide. Wow, I looked at that yesterday and it was like, I think it was like 70-30. Now it's gone up to 90-10. Wow-wee. Yeah, but look, it is pretty hard to go past the Lions here. Once again, another good match. I believe these were the other 2 teams to make the top 4, if I am correct, last year. And I feel like it's going to be, first of all, credit to the AFL. What a first round they've put for us here. It's just great. Like, teams who are bottom going head to head, teams who are top going head to head. It's an all around such a good first round. But it's going to be hard to go past Brisbane here. I just feel like in general they have a better squad then Port Adelaide. And of course, with it being at the Gabba, adds that extra, little edge to get them over the line. I feel like it'll be much closer than what people have tipped here. I feel like people are going past Port Adelaide a bit too much. I know it's at the Gabba, but I feel like Port won't get blown away. But I'm going to tip Brisbane in that one. Now, North Melbourne Hawthorn, I'm just going to go ahead straight away and tip the Hawks. Reasoning for that is I don't feel like North are going to improve that much this year, man. I feel like they're going to stay roughly where they are. They might not get the spoon again, but they're still quite a few years away from top 8 contention, in my opinion. That's going to make me look very stupid if they somehow make the 8 this year. But, look, of course I do have Jason Horne-Francis, he's not my favourite to win the Rising Star, but he'd be up there. He'd be up there top 3 for sure. He took a great mark in the pre-season matches. Bit of a hanger, that was pretty cool to be fair. But I can't go past Hawthorn on this one. So I'm sorry, North Melbourne fans. And I believe last but not least... No, not last but not least. We've got 2 more to go. Okay, Adelaide Fremantle. This is going to be this is probably going to be match of the round. I know it sounds weird when you've got Brisbane versus Port Adelaide, Melbourne Bulldogs, and Carlton Richmond, and like Sydney GWS, but I feel like it's gonna be like the closest game. Obviously not probably the best in quality, no way. The best in quality will probably be tonight's game for round 1. But I do see this being the closest game. I reckon there might only be 1 goal in this game, if I'm going to be completely honest. It's at Adelaide Oval. Do Adelaide have the edge? I'm not entirely sure. I do have Fremantle really moving up this year, so I'm going to tip Freo for this match. Both midfields are just such quality midfields. I just feel like Adelaide midfield is just a bit older, which it is, than Freo's midfield if you want to take away Mundy. So it's going to be a good contest, but I see Fremantle winning this by legit 4 points. And I'll go through my point predictions right after I finish this last match of West Coast, Gold Coast. Now, this is an interesting one. If I'm correct, if I saw something yesterday, I was on Neds, which is a betting app, and I'm pretty sure Gold Coast have actually gone favourites to win this match, all due to Tim Kelly being out with COVID. And, it kind of worries me a bit for the West Coast, because I kind of feel sorry for them. Like, I thought Carlton injuries were bad, right, with what we've got with Walsh and Mackay and stuff at the moment, but, West Coast is in a different dimension almost, I don't think they actually have a midfield player apart from Gaff. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they're going to need to scrape some players from the VFL or something to come play for them. Which is going to be interesting. But also in saying that, West Coast, basically ever since Gold Coast have joined the AFL, have always been a better team than most teams. Basically every team in the AFL has been better than Gold Coast since they joined. They haven't been really a successful team to bring in if you compare them to GWS, who came in a year later. But we are going to tip West Coast for this one, quickly save them. It's interesting because I feel like it could be a really close game, and Gold Coast don't have many injuries, and of course they've got King in the forward line too, which will be nice. But I'm still gonna back West Coast for sure. Anyway, let's get into the points real quick. Carlton Richmond, we're gonna do Carlton by 15 points. St Kilda Collingwood, we're gonna do St Kilda by 25 points, so 4 goals. We'll do Essendon Geelong. I reckon Essendon will win by, I'm going to say 2 goals, so I'm going to say 12 points, same as Melbourne Bulldogs. Sydney GWS, I'm actually going to tip Sydney by 45 points. I reckon they will blow them away, and that's probably a bit of a pretty big if, but I definitely reckon they will. Brisbane Port, I'm going to do Brisbane by 9 points. Hawthorn, North Melbourne. I'm going to actually go Hawthorn by 58 points. I reckon it's going to be another flogging. So 2 floggings in my predictions in around GWS Sydney and Hawthorn, North Melbourne. Fremantle, Adelaide. Did I even do a tip for this? I can't remember because I did one of the tips, but I'll do them again. Like I said, this was going to be one of the closest games of the round. We're going to go Fremantle by 5 points, under a kick. Fremantle to win the game. And West Coast, Gold Coast, we're going to back West Coast in by, let's say, West Coast by 21 points. I reckon we'll back them in there though, guys. Anyways, guys, that's been your tips from me. I'm just going to end it there. It's always going to be a quick video to really just go through my tips, this and that. And, because I had to get it out because we're less than, almost less than an hour away. So just over an hour away from, the bounce between Bulldogs and Melbourne. Hope you guys enjoyed, guys. And I will see you guys tomorrow where I will do a preview for Carlton versus Richmond. Have a good day. Good luck to Melbourne or Bulldog supporters that watch this video. Good luck to your teams tonight. I'm back in the Doggies in this one by, I believe I did 2 goals. And anyways, guys, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out, fellas.